Chris Broussard joining us this morning. Chris, good morning. Lakers up 2-1. What do you expect Game 4 tonight?
Well, my head tells me that the Lakers win tonight. And even though I picked the Lakers to win this series, I want the Lakers to win this series. My heart would like to see Denver even it up at 2-2 because I told you guys yesterday, I want intrigue, I want drama, I want suspense, I want spice. But that said, I think this is how the series plays out. The Lakers, I picked them in 6. I think they win the night. I think Denver wins Game 5 to pull within 3-2 and get everybody thinking, oh, wow, here we go again. And then the Lakers close them out in 6. The thing I'm most looking forward to seeing tonight is what does LeBron James do? I still believe that LeBron is the best player in the world, but he hasn't looked like that in the first 3 games. He hasn't really been able to put his imprint on this series like he has in virtually every playoff series he's ever played in, even when he's lost. Now, we had an interesting discussion this morning on First Things First, where it came up that is LeBron as focused as usual? Remember, he usually goes in the 0 dark 30 mode, no social media, nothing like that. Obviously, he's on social media now, and a lot of it with good reason as we know what's going on in the country. But still, he's on social media unusually for the playoffs. And then after Game 1, he began talking about the MVP award and how he felt like he was snubbed. Do those things show that you're not as focused on the Denver Nuggets as you need to be? I'm not saying he is or isn't. I don't know. But if he is focused, if he is still the best player in the world, I expect him to come out tonight and have a dominant performance, one of those typical LeBron James performances. And if he does that, I think the Lakers win tonight.
I'm thinking Celtics. I'm thinking Game 6. I'm thinking Game 6 Celtics. Is that what you think, Skip Bayless?
Oh.
I'm talking about that one when he had his hands on his hips and he's looking at eyes going side to side. He's shifting his eyes side to side. Yeah, I'm thinking one of those. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that right there. And I'm thinking Anthony Davis. I'm thinking what you saw the other night, Game 2. That's what I'm thinking about AD. You're going to see a focused team. They understand that what the Nuggets represent. You don't do what they've done. No team in history has come back from 3-1 deficits twice in the same playoffs. They've done that against a team that many thought. I mean, I think 50+% of the votes that the Clippers were going to win the title. The Clippers was going to be the representative from the Western Conference. And they were down 3-1 against that team and walked them. Same thing against Utah. So the Lakers understand, although they're like, we feel we're better, we know what they're capable of because once the guy gets confidence, the team gets confidence, the sky's the limit. So this thing is smoldering right now. We're going to put this thing out before it gets too big, before this blaze become all-encompassing, Skip. We're going to suppress this right now. We got the target to do this. So that's what LeBron and AD is going to do tonight. You watch the intensity they come out with tonight, like they did in Game 2 against the Rockets, like they did Game 2 against the Trailblazers. I like where I'm at right now. We will have this conversation. I want you to have that energy. You remember that energy that you had on Wednesday, yesterday?
I have that energy every day.
No. Yep. I want that same energy. I want that same energy. I will be out here with 2 goat masks, one for big goat and one for baby goat.
My turn. My first point of order said with high energy, the Clippers would have beaten the Lakers. They would be ahead 2-1 tonight and maybe go up 3-1. Point number 2. Said with energy, Kevin Durant is still the best player in the world.
Stop.
He's just out of sight, out of mind.
Stop it.
Now, to tonight. For once, I agree with my man, Shannon Sharpe. I agree with Chris Broussard. This should be and will be LeBron's night. He will impose his will on this game as he is fully capable of doing. It is time for LeBron's imprint to be all over this series in this game. He does not want 2-all. He wants 3-1. Now, again, the Nuggets might argue when it's over, if it is the way I think it's going to be, they could say, we got the Lakers right where we want them at down 3-1. But tonight will be LeBron's night. They have sent their message to the league office. I think some makeup calls are ready to happen tonight where if LeBron will assert himself and do what he does greatest, he is a great passer, obviously, but if he will freight train to the basket, he is the greatest attacker of the basket I have ever seen. Still, at the end of his 17th year, he is 6 feet 9 inches tall by 250 pounds, and he still has his quickness and he has his lift. And if he will attack from the opening dribble, I believe the refs will pay him the respect that they want. He'll get to the line 12, 14, 15 times. He'll make 65, 70% of those free throws.
80.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe this will be his night where he'll make 80%. I hope for your sake.
So are you telling me we're going to get the Jeremy Grant treatment from game 2? Is that what we're going to get, Chris?
Yeah, you're going to be Jeremy Grant tonight. And I think Jeremy Grant will be underfoot for LeBron James because he is a really good defender. He really bothered Kawhi Leonard in the previous series. But I think LeBron can just steamroll him. And LeBron basically got called out by Jamal Murray in game 3 because Jamal jacked him in the jaw. And you can't tell me it wasn't intentional. And it was a message sent. I'm here and I'm not going away. Okay. And you cannot bully me. You can't overpower me. You can't steamroll me. And I'm going to make a deep 3 on you at the end of the game, and I'm going to shimmy all the way up the floor. The message got sent. He got called out. Old man, you can't do it anymore. So let's see. And I'm going, as Chris said, I'm going head over heart here. I'm going LeBron all day, as in AD. But I think it'll be LeBron's game more than it will be Anthony Davis.
That's one thing I like about Ghost. Being on the farm, Chris, Ghosts have great memories. He won't forget it.
Really?
He won't forget it. Your day coming.
I don't think goats have great
They do have great memories. You don't understand about a goat. I do. I know about goats.
I don't know about memories of goats, but whatever.
I was laughing earlier when you talked about LeBron in Boston, that 45, 15, and 7, whatever it was, that game. There's that somewhat iconic photo of him from that game where they say he just had the game face on and his eyes were focused. I once asked LeBron about that very picture, and he was like, man, I don't know. They just caught me at the right time. I don't know what that was. You know what I mean? He was like, I was just balling, but they caught me at the right time. But I don't expect 45. I don't think LeBron has that type of game in him at 35 years old.
What?
But I do think he'll have a great game. Yeah, 45, 15, 7. I don't see that.
He might not need the 15.
But I do see 30-something. You see 45?
I already got Skip. Me and Skip got a case of do-bet. I got 70 points between AD and LeBron.
Shannon, too many.
Okay.
They won't be able to hold up both ends of the bargain.
They're going to hold up.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I know. I know. That's why I said it.
65 max. 65 max. That'll be enough, though. I think they get it.
You going to see. Skip, you about to see a LeBron James. Skip. Now, you know this, man. As Chris just said, he hadn't had a virtuoso. So I'm due one of those performances.
You are. You're due. This is it. Pressure's on. It's his night. Rise, shine, dominate.
Motown Music, 1983, Michael Jackson moonwalk for the first time. We all saw it. We remember where we were.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.